Hi guys, we're looking at the Cobra belly paracord bracelet, and this one is a design by Gian Oneil. I like this design quite a lot. It has this snaking pattern that runs all the way down. I think it looks good in two contrasting colours, same on the front side and the back side. So this bracelet is going to require 3 pieces of paracord. 2 of them are 180 centimeters or around about 6 feet long, and we have a shorter core strand here. That one is 90 centimeters or around about 3 feet. So I'm starting off with 2 of my pieces. This one here is my core strands, and this one is the shorter piece, and this one here is going to form the snaking pattern down the bracelet, and that is one of my longer pieces. And I've gone ahead and I've found the center of each of these, and I'm just going to form a loop in this longer piece. I'm going to place this other one over the top and fold it behind. And then I can just pull those strands through to form a lark's head. And now I can just draw that together, but not all the way closed, because I want to take my other piece and I want to feed it through the center of this lark's head here. So I'm going to feed that through, and I want to find the center of this one. So I'm just going to grab both of these ends and pull it until I get to the center. And now I can just tighten this lark's head up. So now I can adjust my loop size down to around about 1 centimeter or half an inch, and we can start our stitches. I'm going to start with these 2 lower strands here, and I'm going to do a basic Cobra stitch. So I'm going to take that left strand over the core, the right strand over that, and then take this one behind and up through that left loop. And tighten this one down, and careful not to close your upper loop down too here. Okay, so now we have our first stitch done. We want to concentrate on these 2 upper strands, and for this one I'm going to take the black underneath and this black over the top. And then again do a basic Cobra stitch by taking the left strand over the core, the right one over that, and then behind the core and up through that left loop. And we can also tighten that one down. Now watch this through carefully, because even though we're doing basic Cobra stitches all the way down, it can be a little bit confusing working with 2 sets of strands. So if we look at this top strand here, this green one, we look at the way the strands exit the Cobra knot. And so here this left one exits up. So I want to take this one above the blue strand, and this one exits down, so I want to take that below the other blue strand. And now we can concentrate on the Cobra knot. When the strand exits below on the previous Cobra knot, we want to take that strand above the core. So in this case it will be the right strand above the core, left strand above that, and then behind and through. And we can tighten this one down. Now we can concentrate on these top two strands here. We'll just see how these two exit the knot. This one is heading down and this one is coming up. So this one will go above the previous strand and this one will go below. And now we just need to tie our Cobra knot, and because this one is pointing downwards on this side, we want to take that above the core, this one over, behind and through. And now we can tighten these down. And we can again concentrate on these upper strands. This one is exiting upwards, so this one can come over. This one is exiting downwards, so that can come underneath the other two strands. And then we can concentrate on our Cobra knot. Whichever strand exits downwards, that's the one we want to take over the core. So that will be the left hand side in this case. And then the right over that, behind and through the left loop. So again, we will look at these top two strands, how they exit the knot. So this one is pointing upwards, we'll take that over. This one is pointing downwards, we'll take that under. And then, since this one is pointing downwards, this is the one that will go over the core strands. Take this one over, behind and through the left loop. So I'll continue on because I know it can be a little bit confusing. We'll look again at these top strands, and if it's pointing downwards, we will take it underneath. And this one is pointing upwards, so I'm going to take that one over. And then I'm going to take the strand that's pointing downwards over the core strands to form our Cobra knot. And you can see this snaking pattern starting to develop here. We will do another one. This strand is exiting downwards, so I'm going to take this underneath. This strand is exiting upwards, so I'm going to take that over the top. And since this strand is exiting downwards here, to form the Cobra knot, I'm going to take it over the core and then finish off my Cobra knot. Now I'll do a couple more, a little bit more quickly. This one's exiting up, it'll go above. This one is exiting down, we'll go below. And since this strand exited downwards, I'm going to take it over the core to do my Cobra knot. And tighten it up. And I'm going to do one more. This strand is exiting above, I'll take it over. This strand is exiting below, I'll take it under. And since this strand exits below, I'll take it over the core to do my Cobra knot. So hopefully you can see what pattern we're using, and If you can't remember, you can always just rewind and look at the previous stitches. I'm going to finish this off and then show you how to finish the bracelet. Once you get down towards the end here, what I like to do is whichever strands are not forming that center snaking pattern, I like to just lock off with one more Cobra stitch. So I've already tied one, I'm going to tie just one more just to lock that into place. And now we can cut off these excess pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Cut off these excess bits, singe them off with a lighter, and press them down. So I've done that on this side, repeat that process on the other side, and then we can tie a button. So I've gone ahead and cut off the excess on the left side here, and we're left to tie a button. If you like the diamond knot, I've already done a tutorial on this. I'll leave a link for how to tie this one. I'm just going to tie a simple button. So to do that, I'm going to take my right strand underneath both of those core strands to form an underhand loop. We'll take this left strand over to form an overhand loop. And then I'm going to take this right side up through that right loop and the left side down through that left loop. And then tighten it by pulling the strands directly outwards. And now we just need to cut and singe these ends as well. So I've tidied up this button now, and this is the finished bracelet. Front side and the back side is the same pattern. Please share this video because that allows me to keep providing content for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.